Welcome everyone to our presentation. Today, I would like to talk about an important topic, which is the environment and energy. This issue is becoming more serious in many countries, including Vietnam, and it has strong impact on our daily lives. Energy plays an essential role in modern life, but increasing demand for energy has led to pollution and climate change. Therefore, finding a balance between energy use and environmental protection is more important than ever. Now, let's take a closer look at the environment, energy use, and the major problems related to this topic today. As mentioned earlier, the environment is facing many serious problems. One major issue is air pollution, which is increasing due to vehicles, factories, and power plants. In addition, many rivers and oceans are polluted by plastic waste and industrial waste. These problems are harmful to both nature and human health. For example, many people suffer from severe respiratory diseases due to long-term exposure to polluted air and carbon emission. These environmental problems, especially air pollution, not only damage nature but also seriously affect human health. To better understand this impact, let's look at how carbon emission are linked to respiratory diseases in the next slide. This slide shows how carbon emission and air pollution are linked to respiratory diseases. As we can see, lower respiratory infections account for the highest percentage, followed by asthma, influenza, and COPD. This means that long-term exposure to polluted air can seriously increase the risk of respiratory problems. So, what caused these environmental problems? One important reason is our heavy dependence on fossil fuels, which leads us to the next part, energy use today. In terms of energy, most countries still depend heavily on fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and gas. These energy sources are limited and release a large amount of carbon emission into the atmosphere. As a result, they contribute to global warming and climate change, causing rising temperatures, extreme weathers, and environmental damage worldwide. There are several main reasons for these problems. Firstly, many people do not have enough environmental awareness. Environmental information is not always widely accessible, so we should use public media and social media platforms to educate people and encourage them to care more about our second home, the Earth. Secondly, rapid industrial development increases energy consumption, but environmental laws are not always strictly followed. This leads to excessive use of fossil fuels and greater pollution. To make these causes clear, let's look at a chart that shows how different fossil fuel activities contribute to environmental pollution. This chart shows the environmental impact of different fossil fuel activities. As we can see, coal power is the largest contributor, accounting for about 42% of pollution. Transportation comes next with 28%, followed by industry at 19%, while fossil fuel extraction itself contributes around 11%. This clearly shows that our heavy dependence on fossil fuels, especially coal power, is a major cause of environmental pollution. Finally, although renewable energy is a good solution, it is still expensive and not widely used in many countries. To solve these problems, we need to take action. Governments should invest more in renewable energy such as solar and wind power. People should save energy, reduce waste, and use public transportation instead of private vehicles. Although these actions may seem small, they can make a big difference if everyone participates. In conclusion, protecting the environment and using energy wisely are extremely important for our future. If governments and individuals work together, we can create a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable world. Thank you very much for listening.